Well, hello. That feels a little loud. How is it out there? I hope it's all right. Congrats to Allie for jumping up on the early crew podium. Um, you'll notice that I am in Britney Spears mode again. So that means we're not going to sit at our desk. Uh, we're going to be up moving around today. Specifically, we're coming over here. And I'm going to see what you can see. I'm going to try to anyway. I don't have chat in front of me, so I'm going to hang out over there for a minute before we get going. But I have baking to do, and I have tonight and tomorrow, and I still need to go to the store. I got stuff to do. So I promised to stream, so I was like, I'm going to hit go live. We're going to do this. But we're going to get some of that stuff done because if I don't, I won't. And so, yeah. So that's it. So I hope you'll join me for a little baking tonight. We're going to be making sugar cookies. My mom texted me a recipe from my great aunt Faye. She swears I met her. I have no memory of it. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Aunt Faye. I have like newspaper clippings about her, so she existed. Sometimes families like that, but no. Also, hi, Kale. Merry assorted holidays to you as well. Yes, the 40 holidays or whatever there are this time of year. That's a guess. I don't know the actual count. I just know there's a lot. Yeah. So, like I said, we're gonna make sugar cookies. We're gonna bake peanut butter blossoms. We did the peanut butter blossoms a couple of years ago, and they were really fun. So what we're gonna be doing with those is we're making peanut butter cookies, putting a Hershey's Kiss onto the top of them when we're done. We're gonna be decorating that with some icing, and then we're going to extend that out to sprinkles and making little Christmas trees on top of our peanut butter cookies. So yeah, so that's gonna happen. What else? Like I said, we're gonna make sugar cookies. That's gonna be the main focus, is getting as many of those done as I can make. Rather than decorating all of the sugar cookies, which is what we tried to do a few years ago, and we tried to make cupcakes, and we tried to make gingerbread cookies, and we tried to decorate all of those. It was a very long day, a very long stream. I was very defeated by the end of it. So we're not going to do all of that. We're going to do just the two types of cookies, and then I might stop and make some dinner for myself, just because, you know, that's a thing. Kale, congrats on jumping up on that podium. So yeah, let's click over to this scene and see. We can see the bowl. All right, this is a good start. I'm using my phone for the camera so we can move it around a bit. Right now it's plugged in and charging. And you can see my tablet down there, which has what we're making. So we're going to start off with the peanut butter blossoms. Start off with a batch, see if it's enough. I might make 2 batches since I'm just doing the 2 types of cookies. But let's go ahead and get started. We'll roll up these sleeves. I also found my hand mixer. I didn't even know I had it with me, so that's great. I thought I was going to be using the big industrial style one, but no, we don't need to do that. We can use this. Let me know if audio cuts out or if anything is being wonky. It's probably going to. I can actually hear it this time, which is... Oh yeah, it is cutting out. Why are you doing that to me? All right, mixer is working. So what do we need to put in here? Let's start with our dry ingredients. We've got a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. We're opening up new bags of all of this because, of course, I have not baked at all since I moved in here, which means that I have not baked in like a year and a half. Unless you want to count baking a pizza. I don't. I will try to pull up chat on the iPad here in just a little bit. And I decided against gingerbread cookies. I have a roll, like a tube of gingerbread cookies that I'm going to make, but I am not going to make them from scratch because I didn't want to buy molasses and all that extra stuff. And it's fine. It's just a very hard dough and took a lot more effort than the other cookies did last time. So, okay, we need our eggs too. We only need one for this, but get them out anyway. Okay, what am I doing here? I need a 1/4 cup of sugar. I think that's you. That is you. And yes, you guys get to hear like all the noises. Okay, then we need 1½ cup of flour. So let's find our ½ cup. That is you. Suppose I should get the oven heating too. Okay, these cups are a little weird. I've had them forever, and I don't know why I haven't noticed this before, made comment on it before. But it has a ridge up here, and then it has a lower ridge. I'm using the high ridge, but I am not going out to this side, which is, yeah, it's weird. So to show you what I'm talking about, the flour stands a little bit above the cup. All right, 1 1/2 cup of flour. Walk over here, see if we can confuse this poor camera a little bit. Audio is being a little wonky in bed. Hey, pizza is important. I'm not saying pizza is not important. I'm just saying the pizza isn't baking. Is it just my microphone cutting out sometimes, or is it peaking? I know it was cutting out a little bit. So being on the wireless, I kind of expect that a little bit. And I'll move my receiver to help out with that a little bit. Looks like it had also gotten wrapped up in my power cord, which is not good. Not good for audio signals anyway. Oh, there is a little bit of moisture here that I don't want. Paper towels, where did I leave you? I switched channels, so I'm hoping that it's not interfering with other things. We have had that issue before. Let's see if that will work better. I'm only a little distance away. Honestly, I could almost just run a corded microphone over here, but I don't want to do that. Okay. Brown sugar, we need a ½ cup. Are you a ½ cup? You are. You're going to be much more friendly. All right, 1/2 cup brown sugar. So we're going to get some milk. We're going to get some vanilla, egg, baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon. I'm used to using baking soda more with super glue, not with cooking, so bear with me here. It says I'm going to use a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar later for rolling, which is I'm going to be rolling these in my hands. So I get granulated sugar on the outside, which is fine. What did I say? 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. That's a tablespoon. You my 1/2 tea? You're 1/4 tea. There you are. Get that chunk out of there. There we go. And then we also need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Way too much. Okay. Is that all of the dry stuff? Butter flavor Crisco, peanut butter, milk, vanilla, egg. Yes. Really, brown sugar? Well, I guess the brown sugar wants us to iPad, why? Hello? Did you scroll up? The heck was that? Let me check in over here. It was cutting out better, but it's doing better now. Of course, then it cut out just before I came over here. When you make pizza, it's from scratch. So that's real baking. Okay, you're right. You're right. Frozen pizza, it's a heat up. Yeah. Not adding ingredients, nothing like that. So, and Allie said, you're at your granny's, so you'll be in a bit. Sounds good. You enjoy your time with your granny. That's much more important, especially this time of year. Okay. So we're going to start adding wet ingredients to that bowl so that our brown sugar will start mixing in because it doesn't want to. So, yeah. And I like that because I'm walking around, you actually get to see the Christmas ornaments that we painted. What was I doing? Making a mess. That's what I'm doing. If we're being honest. I don't remember if we used Crisco last time we made this recipe. I know that it's called for it because I'm using the same link. But I just really don't know. Kind of funny. So I was talking to my mom the other day, and she was telling me that somebody was making cookies, and they were just doing like chocolate chips, like the recipe that everybody knows. And we all know that that recipe makes some pretty hard chocolate chip cookies, unless somebody has like their own special family secrets that they probably don't share with us. Well, somebody told my mom what they use is this butter flavored Crisco instead of butter, and that made the difference in making the best cookies ever. So I'm like, okay, sure. The other nice thing about it, though, we don't have to wait for it to soften. Get in there. Okay. It was 1 egg. And then how much milk? 2 tablespoons. Okay, well, that's easy enough. I should have got that paper towel and not tossed it. I did not get star sprinkles, so we'll see how that works. You helps if I open these ingredients, you know. So 2 tablespoons milk. Oh, and our peanut butter, of course. I feel like I'm probably going to make 2 batches of this. I think this only makes about a dozen, but I don't remember. It's been too long since we did this. Okay. Peanut butter. You're right here. The Crisco's in. The milk is in. The vanilla is not yet. Did I just toss another paper towel? No, I put it over here. Okay, we need, it's 3/4 of a cup, right? That was the 1/2 cup. Guess I can use a 1/4 cup. Where is it, though? Excuse me, kitchen. I have like so many measuring cups, or I did. I don't know where they went. Not in there. Or there. You're a third. I guess I can just use this one. It's funny scooping things from a spoon into a scoop into a spoon again. But, you know. Get down there. You might notice we're not listening to Christmas songs right now. I might put them on in a bit, but I figured for those that are more sensitive to the holiday songs, I would start off with just this week's generally speaking list. Oh, hi, Nika. You see me cooking and think it must be for you? I guarantee you this isn't. I can't give you this peanut butter. Okay. We got peanut butter. We need the vanilla, and I think that's the last of our wet ingredients. I should have mixed this all up in like a bowl on the side so I could dump it all in at once. Is it really that hard? Wow. That was totally not performative. But for all of those who think that trans women have a performance enhancement, we can't open jars. Come on. How much did I say a teaspoon? Mix, mix, mix. This always looks so good too because it looks like just chunks of sand and ingredients as it slowly comes together. So the one thing with the big stand mixer is I could have had it just stirring while I was pouring in ingredients, so it would be in a little bit better shape, but I'd be scraping things off the side because it doesn't do a good job of reaching its own sides. Okay, so then we're going to bake at 375. Oh, and of course, the instructions say I should have put the peanut butter and Crisco in, mixed that, then added the egg and other wet ingredients. But, you know, who are we to follow full instructions? Or read ahead? I didn't want to know how this story ended before we got there. I might have to grab a fork to smash some of these things that won't break up. So I was trying to avoid the whole going to the store this week thing. But then I decided that there's some things that I want. That I don't just want, but I want fresh, like that haven't been sitting in my fridge for 5 days. Yeah, let's grab a fork real quick and smash some of these bigger chunks. There's a few of them that just don't want to let go. And that'll give us a chance to check in with chat. What are you guys doing over here? Peanut butter. Uh-huh. Crisco and butter are interchangeable. Apparently, I did not know this. You put a recipe for cookies in the Discord in the section for that. Awesome. Love that. Oh my God. Does everybody have a favorite cookie? The cookies of yumminess. Kale. Oh my God. Are these are a bake, right? Sugar, vanilla, milk, butter, cocoa, peanut butter, instant oats. These can be a no bake, aren't they? Measure out, set aside, mix everything else. Bring a pot to boil, stirring constantly. Add the peanut butter. Mix it in good. Add the oats. Remove from heat. Stir. Spoon onto wax paper. Let cool for a while. Okay, yeah, that sounds delicious. Technically a no bake, but cooked. Oh, I need to do one thing. How do I tag you from here? We'll definitely do that, but edit tags, nuts. There we go. I have that channel set with flags for different types of food, but I ran out of the option to add tags. So Discord, if you could add more tag options to your forums so that we could make a proper cookbook and have like, this is gluten free or not, feel safe with whatever recipes are being provided. I don't have a fork. Fine. The plastic one makes sure that I'm only using soft smashes. It's just a few little chunks of the Crisco and the brown sugar that didn't want to break up. All right, when we make the second batch, we'll follow the instructions better. That's what you get with a non-baker baking. And as usual, I am sure that I'm making a bunch of people scream right now in their homes for my terrible techniques. They're like, that is not how you do this. Okay. Well, hello again. Hi, Nico girl. Screen is flickering oddly intermittently. It does that. It's on IP webcam, so it's using my phone, which is also charging. And even though it's on Wi-Fi and shouldn't do that, it does sometimes. So I'll take it off the charger, see if that will help. I don't know if it will. It'll probably just flicker intermittently because I didn't run one of my other cameras over there. Sorry. Yeah, no bake but yumminess. And you have a thing for chocolate and peanut butter. You blame Reese's. We all should. Yeah, they were like, we put chocolate in your peanut butter. What is it flickering to? That might be a better question. There, at least now it's flickering to darkness instead of another camera. I could put another camera, but I don't have a cord. Do I have a cord long enough for that? If I took this one, you're only about a 3-foot cord. What do I have for extenders? I do not have one in there. Okay. You are not a USB. Oh, my audio went really wonky where I was standing there. I was just saying I had one plugged in to my old keyboard because it was a USB dongle and it didn't like the position where it was actually at. But I'm not seeing it here. We only have like a million things plugged into USB, so it's fine. I had to look, especially since everything else is being wonky. I was like, can I control one thing? As the audio is like, we want to cut out now. It'll be fun. I don't know if it's something in this house or just because I haven't used everything, so it's not set up the way that I want it to be. But yeah, I'm definitely having a lot more wonkiness here than I was at my house. Now, granted, well, I still had wireless set up for my ears and microphone, so that part was no different. Okay, so this is saying preheat the oven. We've got that going. We have everything mixed together. Now we're going to take a half cup of granulated sugar for rolling. So I guess I need a little bowl. I don't think this needs to be exact. Okay. Do, 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 do. Using a medium cookie scoop or 1.5 tablespoons of dough. Do I have my cookie scoop? I do. Very fancy, tiny, whatever this is, cookie scoop, but looks like a. Okay, so what do you want me to do with this? Roll in your hands to make smooth, then roll around in the granulated sugar. Place onto a greased parchment or lined pan. Bake 8 to 10 minutes or until cookies just start to crack. Cool them for 2 to 3 minutes, then move to a cool cookie sheet and place a Hershey's Kiss in the middle of each one. What? You want to go outside? No, you want cookies. I'm not giving you cookies. Oh, that did not work at all. It just crumbled into dust. Is this going to work? Did I read all of the ingredients correctly? Let's start with getting you clumped up better. Oh my God. That is so crumbly. Okay. Nope. Something's not right here. One-half cup butter flavored Crisco. Yes. 3/4 cup peanut butter. Yes. 1/4 cup granulated sugar. Half cup brown sugar. 2 tablespoons of milk. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. 1 large egg. 1.5 cups flour. 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon salt. No, that's our ingredients. That's correct. Okay. It's like kind of working. It's just too much crumbs, not enough dough. I mean, that stuff we just crumbled together kind of worked. Okay, it's working. Yeah. I just have to start by smashing it. Then roll it. What? Are you sure? These are going to be weird. They're probably going to crumble. It's fine. If that's the case, I don't know. We'll do something with it. It will still be tasty. Did you just growl at me? You want to try that again? Tell me how you really feel. You want to look at the floor and be sad puppy now? Mm-hmm. It says the dough will be thick. Mm-hmm. My dough looks like you could make a sandcastle out of it, but sure. Nika, I'm not going to help you while I have peanut butter and cookie on my hand. You can wait a few minutes. Do you actually want to go outside? Because you've been using that to try and trick me. Okay, cookies are already starting to crack. So is the baker. Now, this also has ingredients and instructions for making the icing and putting it in a Ziploc bag and doing your own, royal icing, basically. But I cheated. I bought the pre-made at the store because I'm taking it with me. I'm going to decorate these, but the sugar cookies, I'm only going to decorate a few of those. Um, some for myself, some that are going to different houses. But the ones that I'm taking with me to Christmas Eve, I'm leaving undecorated and just taking all of the stuff with me. Because last time I did it, I decorated as many as I could, and I had just made so many. There were so many leftover sugar cookies. Uh, but I thought it would be fun to just have them available for people to make on their own. And maybe it'll force me into making more social media content. We'll see. I don't usually involve my family in my social media stuff, but nieces and nephews, like, I can take pictures of their cookies without them. Technically that's 12, but this is a big cookie sheet, so I'm going to do 15 on here. And then we'll deal with the barking puppy. Yeah. Come here. Come. Nika, come. This browser page refreshes every so often. And if I'm not scrolling up, it resets the cooking mode that keeps my iPad from locking. Which is kind of mean of them, honestly. I could have just like screenshotted it or put it somewhere else. That would have made sense too. All right, let's hope that the smoke alarm doesn't go off when I throw these in the oven. Oh, that was good. Let's just all roll out of place as I put you into the oven. There we go. So we're going 8 to 10 minutes on these, which is great. All right. Check in over here. How long do I reckon I might stream? Oh, for a while. I'm going to just eat the cookie dough, but alas, that doesn't work over the interwebs. Yeah, that is kind of tough. Allie, I'll be going for a while. We're going to be making at least another batch of these. We've got 15 in right now. I'm going to probably make a second full batch. I'm thinking about this. That's about 30. Yeah, I'll make a second batch of the peanut butters, and then we're going to do at least 2 batches of sugar cookies. So I don't have a time, but I would say we're probably going for 2 to 3 hours. That's my guess. It's 8 o'clock now. I usually wrap up around 10 to 11-ish. So I think we'll still be in that territory. For you, I'll probably be on until around 11, maybe midnight. Oh, now we're way away from the microphone. Okay, go on. Be a good girl. Awfully late. Yeah, I know. Don't mind the off-screen hand washing. I hope that the camera can't see me over here. It's probably aimed at the ceiling right now or showing you something that I would prefer you not see. You know, as it does. Oh, it didn't do too bad. It stayed in focus. All right. Okay. First batch is in. Luckily, I have lots of those things. Cookie sheets. Booba. No. It really should not be showing you that. If it's showing you that, I'm like, what did I leave out? Because mine are not exposed. Oh, we've got ads. Well, of course, we're going to keep going through the ads this time, but if you're on the Purple app, we are also live over on the YouTubes as well. I know that for some folks, that interface is better for a viewer. We're also limited in transcoding options because it's running off of my computer instead of Twitch's computers now. So we're pushing more data to the internet, but it doesn't have all of the lowest options. Stop crumbling on me. It's funny. I know this song, but I know it from the like Fortnite song. There we go. Now we're back from the ads. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for enduring those. Thanks for sticking around with us. Sorry, I'm not as focused on chat as I normally would be. I'll probably open it up on the tablet here in a bit. I'm going to have to send myself the sugar cookie recipe anyway. My mom texted it to me the other day. So it's on the phone that's currently being used as a camera. This really does not need to be a half cup of sugar. Like, we're almost through the batch and almost the entire half cup of sugar is still there. It's only picked up a little bit of it. Where are we at on the cookie count? We did 15 are in the oven. I'm rolling number 9 right now. So this is about 25 if I'd measured out the proper like tablespoon and a half. Okay, we've hit 8 minutes on the ones that are in the oven. And they need longer than that. It's at 8 to 10. We're going to put them in for 2 more minutes, see what happens. I think we're going to end up with about 12 on this. This one, we'll see. The crumblies are starting to run out. The scoop doesn't want to pick them up anymore either. Somebody want to go back in the time machine and tell me if I had this much trouble last time? Pretty sure the answer is yes. Okay, there's that 10-minute mark. So those are supposed to come out. They should be starting to crack. That's what the recipe thinks anyway. Yep. Just starting to crack. So we'll swap these in at that timer for 10 minutes again. All right, timer is going. We have other cookie sheets ready to go. Let me actually move these over because putting them on the vent burner is not going to help me. Nope. We don't need time right now, thank you. I mean, we need time, but not that kind of time. Shreya, hello. Yes, I cannot see the chat. Good to see you. Hello, hello. Congrats on finishing painting the roses. There is some lag. Yes, I'm aware of that because it's on the phone and all of that. Maybe need to press the dough into the sugar more. I could do that. Yeah. For the rolling the sugar. Yeah. I can do that on the second batch. Yeah. Time machine's on the fritz again. It's like that thing doesn't ever work. I know. And this time it's the THYME time machine that's like falling off of my counter over there. But oh well. Shreya, if you are watching and there's lag over on the YouTube side, I have it in normal latency so that YouTube can try to auto caption it as we go for anyone that needs closed captioning. On Twitch, it accepts the captioning through OBS, which is probably terrible. So the captions are probably better on the YouTube side. That's my guess. I don't know for sure, but that's my guess. But yes, I cannot see chat. I wonder if I could turn this monitor around without it falling off my desk. That's always the problem. The extendable arms work great right up until they don't. Do you have enough room to stretch over here? Oh yeah. Okay, you're good there. I'm getting cords first so I don't like yank on everything when I try to turn this thing. Ooh. Is that blocking the camera? Oh, I got the power cord. Okay. I can read chat there now. We'll see if it holds. All right, so we're going to start again. And hopefully do better this time. So we're going to start off with our flour. And it was 1.5, right? And this was a half cup that we used for brown sugar that ended up much easier to work with. I think I ended up with too much flour in the last one. Okay, flour is 1.5 cups, yes. Okay, flour's in. Then we need, our sugar is 1/4 cup, which I used a lot for that. So I need a new 1/4 cup measure. Why do I not have... I could have sworn that I had another full set of cups, not just spoons. You ever have that problem when you go to bake? I did. I was like, I know they're here somewhere. In the back of the drawer hidden behind the pot holders. Okay. 1/4 cup. Granulated sugar, yes. As cute as the other ones are, this is much easier to work with. We'll still use the other one for the peanut butter because we did already. We've got our brown sugar. This was also a 1/2 cup. And I'm going to follow its instructions on what it says to... brown sugar gets so chunky. Are there tricks to that? Robin, hello, hello. Not finding the right tools always, right? One puck of brown sugar. Then we need the 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Luckily, that wasn't the salt. We just spilled sugar. That's allowed. Okay, we got our dry ingredients in. Then what did it say to do the actual order here? Beat Crisco, peanut butter, granulated sugar, brown sugar. Oh, it's saying do everything but the egg and then add the egg at the end. Okay. We're going to smash up the brown sugar. So we don't end up with giant brown sugar chunks this time. Okay. We'll put that on pause for just a minute because we need to put some Hershey's Kisses on these cookies before something goes wrong. Or doesn't, you know. I should have unwrapped these ahead of time. Eggs in this economy, right? Eggamoto, hello, hello. If you need to add sugar, just stick your finger in. More than sweet enough. Aw, thank you. But giant chunks of brown sugars are delicious. This is very accurate. Yeah, some of the most delicious things ever. I feel like Hershey's by now, if they don't already, and I just don't know about it, they should sell a bag of unwrapped Hershey's Kisses. Oh, this is so crumbly. This is going to be such a mess. We're going to hope that the second one turns out better. Not the second bake. Like, those ones are going to be just as problematic. I really think I used too much flour on that first batch. I appreciate the sponsor that we have. We're still in the Cookie Unity sponsorship. If you cook like I do, and your cookies are just crumbling and falling apart, let somebody else do it for you. These are going to be just crumbs. I'm so eating all of these. We'll just pretend these ones didn't happen. I'm hoping that they hold together, but I'm not going to hold my breath for that. So I went with the kids yesterday. We went to the trampoline park. Let them bounce out some of their energy, which was really fun. My niece came for a little bit. So I got to see my brother and hung out a little before Christmas, which was great. Oh, hang on. Closing. Don't close. Let me make sure that that camera came back up. Yes. Okay, good. That was my sister-in-law. She was like, I didn't prepare for kids, and you usually have kids with you. I'm like, no, I don't have the kids. I'll read that when I check the phone for other things. The in-between batches of cookies. Any excuse to eat a whole batch of cookies? I mean, I'm not going to eat the whole batch. I'm only going to eat the ones that crumble and don't hold on to their Hershey's Kisses. It's my civic duty. It's either that or I get magic shell and just coat them all in chocolate. Which I am going to the store tomorrow, so this could happen. See, this one. This one didn't make it. That one either. Oh my god. I couldn't even carry it over here. You go back over here for now. Something definitely went wrong. Camera's frozen? Oh, shoot. There we go. Thank you for letting me know. Have I heard Jeff's Choir of the Bells? I haven't. Um, I have been so deep into all of our generally speaking lists that new music and my release radar and stuff like that have kind of gone out the window this year, as well as things that were popping up on them aren't, because now it has no idea what to recommend to me. It's like, oh my god, you listen to everything. Here's 50 random songs. I also haven't been listening to a lot of holiday music. Some of our friends are very much not fans of the holidays in general, but holiday music is kind of triggering in those cases. And so we've created a space where, yes, we're still doing holiday stuff, but not all of that stuff. You can get a spoon for eating that other one that's over there. You too. Request system is not running, no. But if you want to drop the link into the chat, I will add that one to the queue for you. Or actually, you said it's Choir of the Bell, and it's Jeff, it's not voice play. It's almost like I didn't plan freezer space for this. If you get a chance to hear it, he rocked it. Okay. Yeah, I'll add it to the queue. Oh, this looks so weird with that monitor missing. How is that already on my... Oh, this wasn't released this year. This is a previous year version, because it's already on a list somewhere. I wish it would tell me what list it was on. No B0s, but you think you hit a few F1s? Sure. Okay, meanwhile, we had this other batch of cookies over here. And we're following their recommendations this time. So first we're mixing the dry stuff. The flour, baking soda, salt, and our brown sugar, and getting this all mixed up. And then we're going to add everything but our egg. Looking at just the dry ingredients, I am 100% sure that we had too much, I don't know why words are words, but too much flour in that last batch. Needs more chocolate, no matter how much it has, it needs more. Then the magic shell to save those other ones might be the way to go. and just serve them extra cold. Let go of my spoon. There you go. Before my sister-in-law texted me, I started to say, took the kids to the trampoline park yesterday, had a lot of fun. But on the drive there, the birthday boy was like, so when you die, I'm just like, you're turning 10. Let's not talk about mortality. But he's like, when you die, can I have your channel? Did you say that out loud? Yes. Okay. That one's done. I moved everything so my phone cord decided to drop into the middle of the room. How much do I need? 1 teaspoon. That was you, right? Yes. I have a feeling we're going to need more vanilla throughout the day. And then 2 tablespoons of milk. Then we mix it, then we add in the egg at the end. Uh-oh. I have to push a button on the other side of the room for that. I see what's going on over there. Well, thank you. You feel like you might be getting hungry. Could be the cookie talk. Actually motivated to eat a food. Interesting. Well, good. Go get a food. This is looking much more like dough. Less like sand. I think we had like maybe a half a cup too much flour in that last one. Come here, egg. Forget dropping a little piece of shell, drop the whole thing. Putting water next to electronics, including your $400 wireless microphone set. Maybe not the best idea. All right, we'll come over here for a minute since you're all asking for it. We'll see if the microphone will behave over here because it's not being the most friendly right now. But let's start with Egamoto. Caught with his hand in the cookie jar, covered in chocolate. Off with their head. And let me double check that I'm not reading incorrectly. Because yes, kale. Saying, I was an egg once long ago. Well, a few cracks have been seen, my friend. Because you also got caught. Off with the head. The queen is on a roll because, yes, indeed, Egamoto was not the first. Allie. I am sure that Allie was playing in the sprinkles. But unfortunately, left that everywhere like craft glitter. Off with her head. And then Sammy just pops in here out of nowhere. Very first thing she does is picks up that paintbrush. Like we're not gonna see her. She wasn't even helping with the cookies. She was avoiding the Christmas music. She was hanging out somewhere else. Oh my God, look at how different this is. If you pull up the stream from about an hour ago, we made peanut butter sand. Now we're making peanut butter cookies. But Sammy, you should have been able to sneak in. But not tonight. Off with her head. And thank you all for painting the roses. Now let's get back to our in-progress cookies. You're like glitter. Once you're on you, you'll never get me cleaned off. Woo! That's right. Spin them really fast, get them clean. This is also probably only going to make one more cookie sheet full of cookies, so that's perfect. You're buying gluten-free supplies to make sure you can princess treatment properly. Also, lesbian crafting afternoon. Oh, that's right. How did that go? Look at that. It rolled into a ball without pressure. Oh my god. You took supplies to do crafting, but also a couple of things you needed to unstitch to fix. You didn't do crafting. You didn't do drafting. I'm guessing you still meant crafting. You just typed drafting twice. Or wait, do you mean drafting patterns? Hi, Shreya. Welcome back. Sorry for leaving earlier. No worries. I turned the screen around so I can actually read chat now. You did mean drafting patterns. Okay, I was like, when I saw it once with crafting before, I was like, maybe it's a typo. And then when I saw it a second time, I was like, wait, we need to think about that for a second. It is going all right. Fondling the balls at the moment. That's right. These balls are so much better than the previous round of balls. The previous round of balls were too dry. I'd love to say it was because I followed the instructions better, but I used a different measuring cup for the flour and got a much better amount of flour, much less. I think we had maybe half as much flour again in the last batch. I have not worked on that yet. FBI shared is still broken, and I have not worked on that. That is not on my priority list for the holidays. Sorry. When it's something that I need to figure out why it's not working, I need to have time to troubleshoot it. And that just has not been on my list. I believe it's actually an issue in the pronouns. Because the shared one uses the pronouns plugin, and I have a Streamer.Bot piece for it, but that piece is currently broken. So I've removed it from most of my commands, and we just use generic they/them language. But I can pick it up from the plugin if people use it, and then use preferred pronouns where possible. So that's what I would like to do. So I want to fix it. You tested one of your measuring cups and found out why it made worse pancakes. Why is Sammy the only one that can do it? That's not fair. Because it's Sammy's command. That is a command that was made because Sammy kept typing that she was fist bumping Embed Bot. So I made a command specifically for her. And then others wanted to use it. So I made the exclamation mark FBI shared. And then the pronouns picker stopped working. And that command stopped working. And I have not gotten in to fix it because it's a broader issue. Yeah. Oh, that's not a circle. That's like a top. I guess I do have 2 cookie sheets of these again. It's not quite a full 2 cookie sheets, but and then we'll break out the stand mixer so that I can do all the cleanup later. I won't bore you all with dishes. What kind of cookies are we making? These are peanut butter blossoms. I'll show you some completed ones, although completed is relative since they are so crumbly. I didn't roll that one in enough sugar, apparently, or any. We'll throw these ones in. All right, that batch is in. This crumbly one. You can see what the first batch ended up like. It still tastes good. Usually add the kiss before baking. Okay. These ones actually say to add it after. But yeah, I'm making cookies for Christmas. So, 2 years ago? Year before last? Is that right? Or 3 years ago? Was this a 23 or a 22 thing when I did the baking stream? I don't remember. But 2 or 3 years ago, I did the baking and bike building stream. Saying that out loud, I should bring my bikes here. One's in the shed, one's at Nick's. I still have a road bike I need to get rid of. Anybody want a road bike? I don't know anything about it. We got it off of Buy Nothing, and then I don't think it's been ridden since we got it. Oh no, not the high heel cupcakes. That was a different one. Maybe it wasn't? Did I try to do that all at the same time? No wonder that was such a long stream. I might have, because that was the the great great grandma's white moon cake. The heels and wheels. We'll do that as a future stream. Your Jima used to make sugar snap cookies, and ginger snaps for Christmas. That one was entirely inappropriate. Look, your grandma can have cookies in bed if she wants to. It's her bed. I like that one of my rules for the sponsorship is to avoid innuendos, and we have Embed.Bot. Like, can we? Oh, I think my batteries are dying. I'm like, can we increase the challenge rating on that? And then I just hear silence back in my monitor. All right, so in between cookies, when these ones go into the oven, before we get started on the sugar cookies, we'll swap the batteries out on the microphone, and we will use the phone, reset it real quick, and send that text message over to myself on Discord so that I can have it open on the tablet. They're not innuendo, they're outright blatant. Embed.Bot can be sometimes, for sure. Shreya, yes, you are closing in on that 2 years, 11 months, 28 days, 23 hours, 41 minutes, and 51 seconds. And a year before that. I like that it goes down to the second. Ellie's got 2 years, 10 months, 23 days, 4 hours, 43 minutes, and 31 seconds. 3 days. You're so happy to be here. Well, thank you, Shreya. I hope that we can keep finding really cool people to add to the community. It's one of those things. We've had that slow growth that allows for good people and real connections. Makes a big difference. Okay, it's a little one, but that's okay. Only goes to the second, not the millisecond. It's not enough. I will take a look at that, because depending on... It's coming from Bread and Butterfly, right? Yeah. So it's in Streamer.Bot. I can probably get the milliseconds. I don't know that it... Actually, I don't want to say that because I don't know what Twitch stores, and I wouldn't imagine that they store that. Okay. I'm going to take this stuff out of here. Drop you into the sink. We no longer need peanut butter. I don't think we need brown sugar. Will somebody call me when I'm at the store tomorrow and remind me to get jelly or jam? In case I missed it, it looks like my tripod is an Escher drawing with the leg going into the yellow container because of the straw. Oh, because of this? Ooh, I'm glad that you said something because it was slowly making its way into the sink. What time? I'll let you all know. Be like, all right, I am headed to the store. Okay. Plunk time is the shortest meaningful interval of time. Approximately 5.39 times 10 to the power minus... Wait, no, those are squigglies, not parentheses. I don't even know that I recognize that formula. Okay. Down to the Planck second. All right. Picosecond. All right. And Sammy, 3 years, 1 month, 24 days, an hour, 38 minutes, and 21 seconds. Well, there you go. Yeah, Sammy came in for Halloween because it was monster time. 5.3 times 10 to the negative 44. Oh, okay. Treat the squigglies as a parentheses. Okay. All right, we're going to zap out of here for just a minute. So it's going to stop the camera. And mom. Download. Discord. Pause for cookies. And we just swap and keep going. And we've got ads, which is perfect because these need 3 minutes. So we just got a 3-minute timer given to us. Who would have thought that we could put ads to a practical use? Cookie, cookie, cookie. Uh-huh. Okay, so we're going to use this now. And I was discording myself. And how's our battery? 24%, so we're going to plug back in. Let's make sure that that's actually refreshed and working. Which is good because it froze when it stopped, which it does. Come on, camera, come with me. Y'all are sleeping on the Yocto second? Well, if that's 10 to the negative 24 instead of 10 to the negative 44. Let me check on the pup before I get going here again. She's laying down next to my car. Okay. All right. So I have never made these cookies. If you remember When we made those cookies all that time ago, we made the most disastrous batch of sugar cookies ever. I went off of a different recipe and it did not say how much flour to use. It said, use the typical amount of flour. So we looked at every other sugar cookie recipe and every other cookie recipe we were working on and added the flour. And it was not enough. So then we added that much again. And it was not enough. So we kept adding flour. And it got ridiculous. Back to the show. Welcome back. That means that I have one more project before we start on the next batch of cookies. That is to take this other empty cookie sheet and start bringing cookies over to it. Well, they're still a little crumbly. Oh no. So I guess I'll be carrying them over 2 at a time instead of 3. I might have to try these next time with the kisses put into them before they go in the oven. I don't know if they melt too much or what. These are so freaking crumbly still. I don't remember them being this crumbly last time. They had to be. It's the same recipe. Wait, you want to see the cookies that you just took out of the oven? You're looking at them, aren't you? These are them. I'm putting kisses on them. I know. At my house, I had it all set up with cameras all over the kitchen. It's lagging so much for you when you're on mobile, so the chat is blocking everything. Oh, turn your phone 90 degrees. Like, put it in horizontal mode. Or it'd be hard, but if you tap once on the player, it should have a button that comes up that says like switch to classic mode, and it'll go back to the non-vertical mode. I hadn't even looked at the vertical player. Let me take a look at that. It doesn't even have that on there. Hang on. It's a browser source. Sorry, messing with this one, it doesn't like. It's like swapping around my audio constantly. How's that for the vertical mobile viewers? I don't know why it didn't kick the crafting scene in the first place, but hopefully it's a little bit better. I am not reading that out loud. Sammy, pre-tassel. Yeah, good idea. We'll do that as another stream with a different sponsor. Let go of your paper. Oh no, another piece broke off. I'm like, I should eat food for dinner. Or just continue eating all these. We are closing in on the next batch coming out of the oven. And I can bring them over to show to you while they're cooling down. So this is what they look like coming out of the oven. They're just starting to crack. Wow. Wait, what did she say? Just eat the ones that aren't perfect. And perfect is an unobtainable illusion. Exactly. Yeah. Which means just eat all of them. This will be fine. So I take them with me to Christmas Eve. Hint, yes. I should have picked up on that. I take them with me to Christmas Eve at my sister-in-law's. So everybody gets to eat them there. And that's my parents, her parents, two of my brothers, most of my nieces and nephews usually. My sister may or may not be there. She was there last year, so hopefully she'll be there. My nephew wasn't there. I think he was working. Or one of my nephews wasn't there. Yeah, most of the family is there for like my parents, my sister-in-law's parents, and then the lower generations. And then I'm not taking them to my brother's for Christmas morning unless there's leftover. You've made your way into bed, for you must work. Hope the baking goes well. Thank you, Allie. Get some good sleep. But yeah, these all go to their house. Now we'll pull out the extra crumblies. So this is our first batch. They look okay. This poor thing, I don't know about it, but the rest of them look okay. So these ones are going to chill for a minute. I have too much stuff on my counters. This is not a surprise. or anything new. I don't have room in cupboards to put things away. At least not like the pots and pans like I want to. Let me grab the frosting. Oh yeah, green and goopy, just like we want it. Flavor's great. Tastes like sugar. Perfect. Don't even have to cut the tip. Love that. We're going to grab the rest of these cookies. You stand there like that? Oh, thank you. It's more fun when I put on a cute dress and an apron that's longer than it, but this was just an after work. I need to get this baking done, and I'm supposed to be stream. That's about how much planning went into this. I was like, oh, shoot, how do I do all of this? Yeah, we're just going to turn the cameras around. Oh. And then we're going to get no audio. Cool. I hope that that was only my audio that went out and not yours. Bluetooth reconnected. Ready to pair in battery medium. What did you disconnect from? You're trying, come back. Come on, your battery's not dead. Why are you not connecting? No, don't ready to pair. You're connected. There you go. There we go. Now I have audio back. That'll probably be the next thing that I splurge on for stream. Would be a good set of like wireless in-ear monitors instead of headphones. Like these aren't bad. It's very funny when they can't decide how they want to listen. So they will go, right now, they're a little heavier on the treble side. But if I click into OBS, they're in monitor mode. So I don't know why they do this. They're listening to the output from OBS regardless. But it behaves as if I'm changing the EQ on them. And they suddenly go like really bass focused. And then when I click back out, they go back to treble, which is fine because I'm not listening to them for like screening music and stuff. I break out the better headphones for that. Although my good headphones are at Tay's. So this is totally not an excuse to go see Tay again. Not that I need an excuse. Trying to plan a trip to the coast still. I think it's probably going to happen in either February or March. I want to go right now, but that isn't very practical. And my grandpa's birthday is New Year's. So we usually leave the cabin reserved for him so he can go down and have his birthday there. All right. Welcome back, Igamoto. You're back in bed? That sounds like a wonderful place to be. All right. So we had these crumbly cookies. They're not the best looking cookies we've ever had, but they're still here. So while they're still cold from the freezer, we've got those other ones in there. We're going to set a timer for them for 10 minutes. Get that icing down through the spout here. How much are you going to make me squeeze you? Oh, you do need me to cut the tip. Never mind. I thought it wasn't. I thought it was open. I'm just squeezing frosting into a dead end. Let's not do that. So to answer Sammy's question, they're trees. This icing is runnier than my other icing, so I'm gonna have to do this a little more cautiously, or these are just gonna be green globs. They may all just be green globs anyway, and that's fine. Oh my god, they are all just running down the kisses here. If they're green globs, they'll look more like trees, right? I'm gonna tell myself that. Okay, once I figured it out, they're not as bad. Do I have sprinkles? Those are Imperials. Those are walnuts. No, not in here. I don't. Oh, wait. Yes, I have rainbow sprinkles. Perfect. And I have... pastels aren't going to be the right energy. And I have some pink ones. I have red and green in the other room, but I didn't want to use that for these. So this is perfect. As if there was not enough sugar on these. So there you go. My very messy Christmas tree cookies. Like I'm adding swirly tassels. That's what I was saying. Yeah. Christmas trees. Swirly tassels. Same thing. Okay, we've got just a few minutes left on the ones that are in the freezer right now. And the next batch is going to be making sugar cookies. So let's start with our dry ingredients while we're waiting for that to do its thing. That way we can at least be a little bit ahead here. So this is our 1 cup. We're doing 2 1/3 cup of flour. One cup. Two cups. Quarter. Where's my third? That's an eighth. Third, there you are. Wait. Make dough and refrigerate for an hour. So we might not be finishing sugar cookies on stream. That's okay, because I said we'd probably be wrapping up around 10 or 11. So we'll make the dough, and then we'll wrap up there, and I'll make 2 batches of it. And then we'll just be ready to make sugar cookies for tomorrow, or whenever the future is, which is tomorrow. We need 3/4 cups of sugar. One. Two. And 3. I don't know. Should I come back and stream again tomorrow? 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Baking powder? Not soda, but powder. I don't have baking powder. I don't have all the ingredients I need. Shoot. Well, fine then. This is what I get for using a different recipe. Oh, internet. Baking powder. Okay. Well, I guess I need to go to the store then. So we'll decorate these, and then that's where we're gonna have to wrap because I don't have the ingredients that I need for this other thing. Um, what stores are open? Winco's open. That's like a half hour away. What am I supposed to do for an hour? I'm supposed to chill the dough for an hour, but it doesn't matter because I don't even have the ingredients. Okay, and I'll take those with me. You don't know about that. You avoid cookie recipe. where they put more things between you and cookies than absolutely necessary. No, it's not that. It's that I'm doing sugar cookies, so I have to roll them out. So letting the dough sit and chill is part of that. It's the same with like gingerbread cookies. I should have remembered that from last time, but I made a lot more cookies last time. So I had time and I planned it out instead of just me off the cuff deciding to do it. And my mom texted me the recipe for the sugar cookies yesterday. So I assumed I had everything, but I need baking powder. So now I have to go to the store. Because they'll be the wrong kind of cookies. Swapping baking soda and baking powder does not work, as you know. Something about muffins in the nose. This one's tiny, so it's mine. See, it doesn't count as a whole cookie. It's a half a cookie. Mm-hmm. And the broken one from the other patch, which is holding together. Now that it's chilled. Mm-hmm. So yes, definitely cookies. It will work just fine. Like I said, I'm cheating on the gingerbread cookies because I didn't want to get molasses and make that whole thing. So I got a tube of gingerbread. I'm going to just roll that out, cut those and bake them. But yeah, unless I can find a open store right now that's nearby, this is going to wait until tomorrow, which is fine. I still have time for it because I can make the dough. Then nope. I'm like, I have to go to the store. I can make this dough, then go to the store. Nope, because you have to go to the store to get the stuff for making the dough. So I can go to the store, make the dough, chill it, have dinner, get everything ready, and then do this. And I can do the gingerbread while I'm doing that. So probably Discord chill tomorrow. I probably won't stream that one. But there you go. At least the peanut butter blossoms are done. 2 batches of them. So that'll be fine. I'm giving some to the kids because I'm going to see them Wednesday on my way to my siblings' house. And then I'm going to stay at my friend's house Wednesday night. Her and the kids are going to be at the stepdaughter's place. So it'll just be me and the pups. And then a busy Christmas day. But I'm getting fruit for my brother's house. And I went to the store on Saturday. And I was like, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning. I'm like, 5 days of fruit just sitting in my fridge. That seems like a terrible idea. I don't want to do that. So I decided I'm going to the store tomorrow because Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday, that I can justify. And it doesn't put me in the grocery store on Christmas Eve night. So that's something. But yeah. What should we have for dinner? We can turn this to 350. Let it cool down for a minute. And I have bacon, which, yes, I have bacon and brie and blackberries. And I'm going to totally make that sandwich. So we have that. I also have a couple more of the Cook Unity meals left, which I still might cook up tonight. I might wait until tomorrow. But we've got spinach and cheese enchiladas and Mexican-inspired beef chili. So I might eat those. I'm like hiding behind the the chat monitor. Camera, you can find me again. There you go. We can actually turn that off because I'm going to make this sandwich. I think I'm putting these back in the freezer for a minute. Just let that frosting freeze up a little bit better. And you guys get to hear all of this slamming in my cupboards. I'll bring the camera over here. If you make the sandwich, does that knock off another stream? Well, technically the cookies were just a bonus. So the sandwich is the stream. So yes, it's happening. Thank you for checking, Sammy. Yes, absolutely. Cheese. Do I have an open thing of time? Yes, I do. Are you still good? Or are you growing? I don't need more candy canes. Not right now, anyway. Okay. Bread. Do need you. And I think I can bring you all over here. We shall see. Yeah, that looks like it will work. You come a little closer. Okay. Bacon, brie, butter, bread. And blackberries. I may have considered this when I made breakfast the other day. This one I planned. And no, I don't need this much brie for one sandwich. We're going to take the smallest amount out of it. I decided I'm going to do the... if you were hanging out in the Discord back at Thanksgiving, I made these cranberry walnut puff pastries that had a piece of brie in them, and they were very tasty. So I am going to make those again. I'm going to cut this off screen because I don't have enough counter space for everything that I need right now. Let me see if I do about that much. Will that be enough? We'll see. I don't know if you all noticed, but I have a light in my kitchen. I finally decided that it was worth it enough that I would risk possibly breaking the overhead light. And I didn't even have to break it. So, yay. Straight as a Fruit Loop, hello, what's for din? Or maybe this is more of a midnight snack because it's 10. It is dinner. I'm making a grilled sandwich here. It's going to be a bacon, blackberry, and brie. And a little bit of thyme as well. We just made a couple of batches of peanut butter blossoms. So luckily those are all done. You'll eat the extra brie. Oh, there won't be any extra brie. There won't be brie used tonight. And I only need half of this wheel for the puff pastries. But the rest will get eaten. My brother said he has a charcuterie board there, but I'm guessing that with all the kids, it's probably like cheddar and Colby. A light in any room? Aw, thanks, Sammy. So while the pan is heating up, I'm going to throw the bacon on here because I slow roast my bacon in the oven. So this will just freshen it up a little bit. This is one of my favorite pans because it's perfect for making grilled sandwiches because it's a flat square pan. And then what I would usually do if I wasn't cooking other things is this one because it's just a little one piece of bread pan. Okay, technically, I am supposed to drain the blackberries. I think I'm just going to smash them in a bowl and then scoop them out because that'll just be easier for my mind. Okay, yeah, they're all good. Get any smaller and I'll be cooking with Otto? Maybe next year. Wow, these are some hard berries. Also, camera. I can't see the other side of it, so how's that? Oh, that smells so good. I'm not going to advertise what bacon this is, but I will say that in the before times, I went to a restaurant that had this particular brand of bacon as an appetizer, and it was $2 a slice. It's an applewood smoked bacon. Very, very tasty. Okay, I'm going to cut out a little more brie. Princess Balance! Hello! What are you doing, cutie? What are you up to? Welcome to my kitchen. We just made a bunch of cookies. Now we're making dinner. Dinner is a bacon, blackberry, and brie. Welcome in, everybody. Shell Smiley, Zinch, hello, hello. Good to see you all. I hope you had a wonderful time with Princess Balance tonight. It looks like you were streaming some Kingdom of the Night. I am not familiar with that one. Give me just a second. I'm cutting up some brie to put onto our sandwich. And then once I get the bread on here, I'll show you the cookies that we made. They're all behind me now. Not as in the past, but like physically behind me right now. Okay, this is a really, really soft brie, which I'm very excited about. All right. Do as I say, not as I do. Don't do this. Bacon grease is very hot. Ouch. Luckily, our safety inspector has gone to bed. Kingdom of Night is an 80s style horror game similar to Stranger Things. Ooh, okay. Well, we'll have to add that to the list of things to check out. All right, so we've got our blackberry. We've got our brie. We're going to put I've got some smashed blackberries here. And we're just going to put these on there. We've smashed them to just get a little bit of that juice out. The actual instructions said to like strain them and all that. No, I don't mind if my sandwich is dripping. That blackberry's like, I want to sizzle. There you go. Stay there. Got a nice setup here. It works okay. It's not ideal, I will say. What I've done in the past is I've had all of the cameras overhead and opened up cupboard doors and stuff like that at my house, but I rent here and the kitchen isn't the ideal layout for what I would like for streaming setups, but it's all right. So we're just pinching some fresh thyme, putting that on here. Oh, look at how melty the brie is getting already. So good. Okay. Perfect. Let me get rid of the rind cuts. Yeah, that's about the perfect amount for going with me for a charcuterie board. Okay, good. You guys can see the sandwich. Perfect. I said I'd show you the cookies. So here's our cookies. We made peanut butter blossoms. They're peanut butter cookies with a Hershey's Kiss in the top, chilled for a little bit. Then we put some green icing on them and covered them in sprinkles for little Christmas tree cookies. I put the other batch back in the freezer to get them out of my way and to help the icing chill a little bit because this was my first batch. They're not as good. They're heavy on the flour, extra crumbly, and wanted to just ooze away. So I thought I'd try to help them a little bit. We were going to make sugar cookies as well until I realized that I don't have any baking powder. So I kind of need that. So that's going to be a tomorrow thing now. So I was like, well, I'm still hungry. So we're going to have dinner and wrap up here. But thank you so much for raiding over. Yeah, this is probably our only cooking stream before, well, it'll definitely be our only cooking stream before January. Let me see what the camera can see. Okay, yeah, it's zoomed in. So we have more cooking to do, and I'm going to come up with some things for a couple of those. We're not going to do the every 100 follows we do a cooking stream. I'm just going to try to find like time to cook when I want to cook. I think that's what I'm going to do for a while. But yeah, we're doing a bunch of cookies. We're heading off to Christmas Eve with cookies, and then Christmas Day I'm taking fruit. My brother was like, I have everything taken care of, so just bring fruit. And I was like, well, I can't just bring fruit. So I'm bringing fruit, and I'm going to do the puff pastries. But that's frozen and needs about 45 minutes to thaw. So yeah, so everything else is going to be cooked tomorrow night. I might do a casual just Discord hangout in the VC. So stay tuned for that. But I do have to go to the store tomorrow after work. So that'll be the first priority. But we've got dry ingredients in the mixer. We're going to finish that off tomorrow when we have all of them. Because it's 10 o'clock at night, and a trip to the store and back for the one that's open would put me home. Well, now at this point, about 11:15, 11:30. And at that point, I'm not planning to make dough. So we'll do all of the rest of this baking stuff tomorrow and get it all done. Sandwich, I am guessing that you are looking pretty solid. Yep. Just the right amount of darkness. Turn that off. Grab our butter knife and cut this thing in half to get a cross section. Oh, that brie is just gooey. Oh, and look at that. The blackberry even like oozed out on the plate a little bit. That's going to be tasty. I am looking forward to that. I've got dinner. I'm going to let it cool down. Let's find somewhere to go. Let's find somewhere to take this party. Camera, come with me over here. I know I'm moving a little fast for you. You can catch up, though. It's all right. All right, we're back over here. Camera, you can zoom back out. No. Camera, hello. There we go. You can see the Hollow Knight ornaments that we made last week. We got the stockings up. Nika's stocking is up now too. Ads, what a terrible time for ads. I would have snoozed those had I known. But I got over here too late. But let's still find somewhere to go. Let's see. Hi, hello, Rachel is playing some Stardew Valley. What else have we got? Apparently lots of people are playing Fortnite tonight. Oh my gosh. I know where we're going. All right. So I butchered this name the other day. They raided in here as part of the Stream the Halls raid train that we were just on, and I butchered their name. And they're an adorable VTuber. They are playing some pretty derby right now. And we've watched some of that trailer half as a joke, but oh my gosh, chat is over there. Please hold for me to restore chat to my view. You can stay there for the moment. That's fine. All right. We're going to raid Tearberry. They are a teddy bear VTuber, former teddy bear VTuber. That's the wrong message. Oh my gosh. Let me get the right one really fast. That's what I get for not opening stuff up. All right, we've got ours. If you are subscribed, you can grab that one. If you're not, there is the one with the goat emoji and the bleed purple. So copy one of those raid messages and come along with us and spread that holiday cheer over to Tearberry. Like I said, they're playing pretty derby. I've been hanging out, lurking in their streams for the last couple of weeks, but I've known them for a while. And yeah, we'll wrap up over there. Tomorrow we'll probably do a Discord hangout. So come on over there. Like I said, I'll be doing more baking. We'll probably put on a holiday movie or something just because it's getting close. And now we can watch like Home Alone or something. I don't know. Not saying that we're going to, but that it might happen. And then we'll be gone for the holidays. So we'll be back on Friday. Anyway, we're out of time and may have already gone. So we'll see you again soon on your own channels for the many, many of you that stream everywhere that we hang out together. And hopefully back here again soon. And until then, bye.